So there'll be one Waterford man on the sidelines in Croke Park this September. Cappoquin's Donal O'Rourke is coach of the Galway Camogie team that will take on Cork on Sunday week. I'm delighted to say that Donal joins me on the line now. Donal, can you tell me first of all, how did this all come about?
Thomas came about in, I'd say it was the middle of January, maybe 2 weeks into January. And Cathal Murray rang me. I would have always got on very well with Cathal for my time at Waterford. And, we always would have been in contact and we would have kept contact an awful lot. And I didn't ring him after the All Ireland finals. I knew he'd be hurting, so I said I'd leave him alone for a couple of weeks. And he rang me then in the middle of January, and for what I thought was just a normal chat that we'd always ring each other for. And he said he had to change things up for this year, and he wanted me to come on board and coach the team for the season ahead. And initially, I said no straight away, Tomas, without even thinking about it, to be honest with you. And he kind of wouldn't take no for an answer, and he kept talking and talking, and trying to sell it to me and things like that. And look, I took a good bit of time to think on it then, and I went home and I spoke with my wife and things like that. And I had a lot of other things to try, and I suppose I had to speak with my brother who I work for. And so I had to speak with all those people, Tomas, before I could give a definitive answer.
And in terms of the travel time, Donal, how long does it take you to get from Cappoquin up to Galway for training every week?
It would take, I suppose Wednesday now would be my day off, Tomas. So I would head away maybe on a Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and I would be in wherever we'd be in South Galway. It could be Athenry or St. Thomas's or Gort, and I would be in Galway for say 4:30, that kind of way, and I get a bite to eat, and we get the session ready. We've the session planned from the Saturday beforehand, what we're doing for the week, and I suppose I go out and again get my session in place on the pitch then, and so to be about 2 hours before I'd be up there for about 2 hours, even nearly before a session would take place, Tomas, to be honest with you, and it'll be maybe 12 o'clock before I'd be back home on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's a big commitment, Donal. Like listeners will be familiar with you from your time with Waterford. You were manager there for 2 years, reaching two quarter-finals. But is coaching where you're really happiest?
Oh yeah, definitely, Tomas. Yeah, that's where I'd be more. That's where I'm more comfortable coaching, on the pitch and dealing with players and improving them in any way, shape or form. Whereas the management side of things, it's you're dealing with the players in a different way. You might have to deal with their work schedules and things like that. You have to do an awful lot of planning, and I see it with Cathal there. Like it's pretty much a full time job with him, and I know it from my time in Waterford. It's very very draining, management. But like coaching is, I have my session in place. I know what I want to work on. I know what the team needs to be worked on, and that's what I really enjoy. And I don't really enjoy the dealings, as I said, with players and work schedules and things like that, because I suppose I always find it difficult when I was managing teams, when a player might tell me that they might have to go away for a weekend, or they might be missing through something or another. I always found that difficult to say that it's either 100% or nothing. And I suppose when I'm doing it, it's 100% or nothing. And I couldn't understand maybe why people would be going away for weekends, or they might need time off for a reason or another. And I found that difficult maybe dealing with players then in that circumstances. Whereas and also with county boards, dealing with the day-to-day dealings, supposed to be 100% or nothing. So that's why I just enjoy the coaching and spending time with the players on the pitch and trying to improve them and working on stuff. And then when you see it coming off the match day, it gives you great belief and things like that in yourself.
What sort of response have you got from the Galway players so far, Donal?
Yeah, it was very. Look, at the start, it was very. They didn't know what to expect from me. I didn't know what to expect from them. It was going to be that always going to be like that for the first week or two. But no, they've been outstanding. Every single one of them, they've bought into anything I've asked them to do on the training pitch. They've done it. Anything I've asked them to do on match day, they've done it. They've been really, really good team to work with, and very, very genuine girls. They're very similar to that in Waterford. Anything you ask them to do, they do it. And they're very, very organised in themselves, and that they're so committed, and it's very, very similar to Waterford, is that the commitment that they have. And look, it's inter-county level, and I'm sure it's the same at all grades in inter-county. It's the dedication is different. Do you know what I mean? The excuses are few and far between, to be honest with you, Tomas.
And how would you rate Galway's performance against Tipperary last Sunday, Donal? You got over the line in the end by 4 points.
Yeah, got over the line, I suppose. That's what I would say. It was, we weren't happy with maybe the execution of our chances that we created. It was more of a workmanlike performance, to be honest with you. It wasn't free flowing. But look, it's an All-Ireland semi-final, and they're there for winning, Tomas. You don't want to be going into a final with very little left to work on. We've an awful lot to work on over this next 2 weeks. We know that the performance that we put in against Tipperary last week won't be that against Cork, and it wouldn't be good enough to beat Cork, without a shadow of a doubt. So we know we have lots of things that we need to improve on.
Cappoquin's Donal O'Rourke, coach of the Galway Camogie team, rounding off this edition of Lorna Parka. Thanks so much for your company. Until next time, slán go fóill.
Now you're hurling Lorna Parka with Tomás McCarthy on WLR.